Hey everybody, it's Mark from Circle of the Dark Mother. I thought I would share some of the books about Lilith I enjoy. I know there's going to be some missing here. I put this together relatively quickly, picked what I could find. So if you have other ones that I have not listed, please leave them in the comments. So I'm going in no particular order here, other than, of course, my two are first, because why not? And I'll talk a little bit about each of them, not in great depth. And I'm not really reviewing them because they're all very different. So the first one, of course, is Embracing Lilith by me, and it is a history of Lilith, a myth put together from all of her other myths, and then experiential stuff. Then we have Embodying Lilith, which is Gnostic Kabbalah with Lilith at every turn. I really, really enjoyed also Rites of Lilith by Asenath Mason. I don't completely, like with most of these, I don't completely work the way these other authors do, and maybe don't use their paradigm or agree with all of it. But that doesn't mean I didn't really enjoy it. And that's true of Rites of Lilith. Magic of Lilith is by Bal Cadman. Really good book. It's a little short, but really well done. I really enjoy that one. The Book of Lilith is an older one, very good, lots of detail. Welcoming Lilith is definitely a feminist take, which is awesome because Lilith is a feminist, obviously. Lilith Darkness, Goddess of Darkness and Light by David Thompson's good. A lot of magic, definitely more draconian, but good. Lilith, the mother of all creatures, is good. It's a little drier than some of them, but very well done. Lilith Healing the Wild. I don't remember that one as much, but I do remember enjoying it. Lilith Spells and Rituals of the Goddess and Lilith Magic, Infernal Magic, both again are very much ritual based, shorter books. Um, they're good. Lilith Magic, Infernal Magic has a lot of sex magic and attracting partners, which really isn't my thing, but again, it's well done. And if it's something you're into, you'd really like it. The Genesis of Lilith by Luna Eversong Kloss, a shorter book, but really good with some of the history and mythology. Living Lilith, it's really about the feminine, divine feminine, and I liked it quite a bit. Um, Lilith, the First Eve by Sigmund Horowitz is a classic, really well done, lots of good information, more scholarly, but very good. A Lilith Dark Feminine Archetype is again by Temple of Ascending Flame. Really good. Really enjoyed that one also. Very draconic and dark, but good. The First Sisters, Lilith and Eve, don't quite agree with some of it from my perspective, but I enjoyed it. And that's one thing you'll see. I really like a lot of different views, whether I attune with them or not. Because I don't have the corner on the truth. I don't have the way to work with Lilith, the only way. And so I found this really well done and interesting, even though, again, not quite the way I would do it. Lilith, Goddess of Citrahara. This is more about the dark tree and the Clepothic realm. Well done, great information. Lilith, Goddess of the Other Side is what it translates to, and really enjoyed it. Glam Witch by Michael Herkus, really different take, really looking at self-empowerment. Um, it's so funny because I know Michael. I've met him a couple times. He wrote a foreword for my second book. Very good book. We see Lilith in somewhat different ways, but we both love her very much, and I can tell his passion and his connection, and really enjoy his writing. Lilith, Queen of Demons is actually one of my favorite books, the one by Gillian MacDonald, because there's just packed with information and really good stuff. Um, it's really just really well done with lots of information. From the cover and the title, I thought it was going to be not good, but it's one of my favorites. Lilith's Cave, really more fiction, but again, it's more mythology. I'm not covering books that are pure fiction, but this one being some mythology of Lilith, I decided to include it. Canticles of Lilith. You can't go wrong with Friswold. All of Friswold's books are just amazing. So This is again another really, really good one. Lilith Barze or by Demon Barze, all of their books are amazing. Just always, always really happy with them. And this one is no different. There's rights, there's information about our masks, just well done. Lilith Keeper of the Flame by Mary Blue, a little different than what I go with, but again, this is about um, a little bit about astrology and Lilith and such, but great, again, great, well done book. Lilith, The Power of Women's Spirit in the Age of Aquarius, a little more new agey and women empowerment, but again, totally on point for Lilith, and I loved it. In Lilith's Devotion, Lilith the Ghost in the Garden, both I've read a long, long time ago, but I remember liking them quite a bit. Clipothic Magic of Lilith by Lucifer Faustus. I have not read it yet. I just ordered it, in fact, just found it. I assume obviously it's about the Clipoth and about the sphere of Lilith. So we'll see. But Lucifer Faustus is usually pretty good, so I'm assuming I'll love it. Lilith from Ancient Lore to Modern Culture, a history exploring origins and archetypes. Well done. Libra Lilith is sort of a classic, hard to get and expensive. There's two parts to it. One is a journal, which I found disconcerting, but there's also a grimoire or a Gnostic um, discussion of Lilith, which is really interesting, really, really interesting. Being a Gnostic and a Kabbalist and a follower of Lilith, the Gnostic part of it blows my mind. The Gospel According to Lilith, another good one. This one's more fiction, but it does have history and some of the mythology in it, so that's why I kept it. The Tree of Shadows, Volume 1, Lilith, the Woman of Night by Damon Barze. Again, this is Klepothic and well done. Lilith by Maximus Romulus. I have not read this one. I'm trying to get a copy of it, but I've heard good things. Black Moon, Lilith Rising is astrologic, and I found that really well done also. And then the Gospel of Lilith, which is a diary, so it's sort of fictional, but again, it's on that borderline between fiction and myth. So I included it. I did include the Hebrew Goddess, which is not just about Lilith, it's about all the Hebrew divine feminine, but Lilith plays a big part in it, and there's just a ton of history and mythology in there that's just so worth it. There are many other books, some I don't have or I have not read, some that are little pieces of Lilith, but not a complete discussion of her. And also there are some that I've not included because they're pure fiction. But if you have any other books you can think of, please let me know in the comments and I'll include them later. Thank you.